blind, have low vision, or have another print disability which makes reading, holding a book, or turning a page difficult or impossible. The content is copyrighted by the respective publishers. For more information, please visit us on the web at nfradioreading.org.
Hi there, good afternoon. This is Jane Kearns, and for the next hour, I'll be reading from the January 16th Tribune Sentinel from Grand Island and Niagara County, covering covering the Niagara County and Grand Island on the Niagara Frontier Radio Reading Service. Okay, so today, Old Fort Niagara to celebrate 300 years of history with epic anniversary season. It's a milestone, I would say. 200 and by 50 years beats our Buffalo, the U.S. I mean. In 2026, one of North America's most storied landmarks will hit monumental milestone. Old Fort Niagara is proud to announce a year-long celebration marking the 300th anniversary of the iconic French castle in Youngstown. Built in 1726, the French castle is the oldest building in the entire Great Lakes Basin. For 3 centuries, it stood guard over the mouth of the Niagara River as a silent witness to the birth of nations, serving as a military stronghold and a bustling trading post and a vital meeting ground. Okay, I have to get to the next page. As a gatepost for the European and Native American cultures. Garrisoned over the years by the French, British, and American soldiers, the building was restored during the 1920s and today stands as a popular destination for both local residents and travelers from throughout the world. This isn't just a birthday for a building, it's a celebration of 3 centuries of frontier history, said Robert Emerson, the executive director of Old Fort Niagara. From its construction by French artisans to its role in the American Revolution, the French castle remains the heart of our site. Whether you haven't visited us in a while or may never have, this year is a year to join us as we bring this history to life like never before. The 2026 milestone events include April the 25th, History Symposium. National experts descend on Fort Niagara to uncover the secrets of the 18th century New York frontier. 2026. June the 6th, Arrival and Rededication, a dramatic maritime recreation of the arrival of the French engineer Gaspard Joseph Casagreos de Lery and his artisans and workers who built the French castle. The day features a high-profile rededication ceremony with dignitaries from the U.S. and France, including trades demonstration, a grand parade of regimental flags, and military pageantry of the era. And then on August the 1st, USA 250th and Niagara County's celebration in an historic double anniversary. The fort will host the official Niagara County USA 250th celebration. This massive event features two-day Revolutionary War encampment, special tours, live musical entertainment, and an immersive after-dark experience. That sounds kind of fun and should be to check out. In addition to the special 300th anniversary events, visitors can also enjoy Fort Niagara's signature large-scale enactments, living history, activities, and educational programs throughout the year. For more information on the 300th anniversary schedule and to plan your visit, check out www.oldfortniagara.org. And that sounds like really a good opportunity to see that area, that fort. Mild winter day setting for Relay for Life First Lap. I confused that, sorry. The article and photograph are by Alice Gerard. senior contributing writer. A group of walkers, dressed in Bill's gear and carrying signs and purple pom-poms, took the first lap for a Relay for Life at Veterans Park in the morning of January the 10th. The weather was mild and there was no snow on the ground, not like today. Relay for Life will be held June the 6th in the town commons. Lynn Dingy, one of the co-chairs for the Relay for Life, said, "We're going to unite with some superhero friends to finish the fight." Relay for Life of Grand Island is celebrating 25 years this year. Boy, a lot of celebrations this year. Thanks to our amazing community and its continued support of Relay, I'm hoping we see old friends and make some new ones at this year's event as we celebrate our survivors, remember those we've lost, and continue to fight back against a disease that's taken so much from so many." End quote. Upcoming events include a bowling and baskets event in March, a Krispy Kreme pre-sale towards the end of April. In addition, Father's Day lawnmower race, that sounds fun, is scheduled for June the 14th. The Niagara Falls Air Show is scheduled for the Father's Day weekend, June 20th and 21st. New in the works this year is a Derby Day at Niagara Wine Tour, May the 2nd. Dingy said, "We have more information available soon. Keep an eye on Facebook for fundraisers and event information." Okay, and then there is Memorial, this is all on the front page. Memorial Medical Center announces launch of $53 million construction and renovation, submitted by Niagara Falls Memorial Medical Center. Niagara Falls Memorial Medical Center is proud to announce that the New York State Department of Health has granted approval for several construction projects, marking the official launch of NFMMC's $53 million construction and renovation program on its 10th Street campus. The first phase of construction that was approved by the Department of Health, totaling $6.5 million, will begin immediately and includes the services to be located in the main hospital building. They are a new wound center and hyperbaric center in partnership with Restorix, a national firm, first floor. New vascular center and vascular lab in partnership with University of Buffalo vascular surgeons, also on the first floor. New surgical office suites and the exam/minor procedure rooms on the 5th floor. And then we have to go to 10, page 10, I mean. Then another one is new private medical office suite for Dr. Fast, pacemaker specialist, and Dr. Jane, internal medicine and gastroenterology specialist, and that'll be on the 5th floor. NFMMC extends its sincere appreciation to Governor Kathy Hochul and New York State Department of Health Commissioner Dr. James McDonald for their continued leadership and support of healthcare advancement across New York State. Their commitment to strengthening hospital infrastructure and expanding access to high-quality care has been instrumental in helping FMNMC move forward with these transformative projects. These initiatives underscore FMMC's dedication to enhancing the delivery of specialized medical services and deepening its collaborations with leading clinical partners. The overall $53 million program also encompasses additional transformative projects scheduled to begin in various stages throughout 2026 and 27. Construction, for instance, construction of a 430-car attached parking garage, a 12-bed ICU step-down unit, renovation of medical surgical floor, renovation of women's pavilion, installation of new telemetry system for all inpatient beds, that's a big deal, in emergency department, a new emergency generator system, upgrades to equipment, furnishings, and plant improvement. NFMMC is the only full-service health system in Niagara County, providing unmatched access to comprehensive care. It's the sole hospital performing elective and emergent general vascular and orthopedic surgery, 24/7, 365 days. The only hospital providing labor and delivery services, including emergent C-sections, and the single provider of medical oncology in partnership with Roswell Park. NFMMC also offers cardiac catheterization services 24/7 in partnership with Kaleida Health and Catholic Health, and operates the only inpatient adult behavioral health program in the county. This ambitious program reflects NFMMC's vision for the future of healthcare in Niagara, and where our dedication to providing state-of-the-art facilities for patients, families, and staffs. This was said by Joseph A. Ruffalo, President and CEO. We are investing in both specialized care and infrastructure to ensure our community has access to the highest quality of medicinal services. Construction on the approved projects will begin immediately, with additional projects rolling out in 2026. NFMMC looks forward to sharing progress updates with the community as these improvements take shape. That's good. That is okay. Now that's everything on that page. So we're going to move to the second page. This is about Frontier House. It says Frontier House pay parking signs are down for now. That's the headline by Joshua Maloney, General Manager and Managing Editor. Pay for parking signs were installed and quickly removed in front of and inside the Frontier House parking lot last week. Building landlord Ellicott Development is within its rights to charge for parking within the private lot at 460 Center Street, but the design of the pulled placards drew harsh reviews from the residents. It do look pretty messy. They, big and ugly, and not at all in keeping with the building. Upon installation last Thursday, the Village of Lewiston asked Ellicott Development to remove the pay parking signs from the Frontier House main south side entrance and exit. They've already been told they've got to take them down immediately, and they have to go through the Planning Board, Historic Preservation Commission boards, Mayor Ann Walsh said. She noted pay parking is indeed permitted, but the sign design and placement have to be approved first. They were told to remove them until they get approved, Walsh said. Signs were removed and poles left empty as of Friday morning. The 201-year-old Frontier House reopened in 2025 following more than 20 years of being closed to the public. First floor tenant Fairbanks Restaurant opened in June, and Ellicott's own upper-level rental units followed in July and August. Tom Fox, the Director of Development for Ellicott Development, said, quote, "In terms of the signs, the panels will be coming down tomorrow as per premium parking, the paid parking administrator. They're talking with the village office now and are going through proper channels for sign approval." Fox said the signs are being revised. The decision to charge, Fox said, quote, "It's been a plan to help keep the lot clear for our tenants and patrons," end quote, to accommodate their need for convenient parking. Fairbanks owner Jack Strauser said, "I can confirm that all of our employees and most importantly our guests will be able to get their parking validated when they dine with us as not to require payment." He added, "Our guests come first and we in no way want them to feel punished for choosing to dine with us. We'll always make sure that they're taken care of." About the signs, this is the subtitle. A red sign placed in front of Frontier House parking entrance read, "Park here starting from $1. Premium parking was listed as the pay parking partner. At the exit, the second red sign read, "Exit only." Inside, the parking lot, a handful of yellow, black, and white signs, mostly next to neighboring 444 Center Street, were labeled star spaces / park closer when you need to. Below that, a camera pay QR code and the message "Pay the star space rate." A text-to-pay option was offered as well. The signs emphasized photo is enforced 24/7, and the park and pay upon arrival. Remember your license plate number. Wow, it seems like a lot, doesn't it? Other red, yellow, and white signs had similar messaging, but also added, "Vehicles parked inappropriately or without valid paid parking will be invoiced, immobilized, or towed." Some signs in the parking lot are already reserved for rental units. north side, and some spaces behind the building have no designation. Reaction. Through initial social media, reactions to the signs were negative. Neil Garfinkel had a different take. He operates Sgt. Pepper's hot sauces, etc. at 444 Center Street, right at the foot of the parking lot. People have been parking here, and even employees of other restaurants. Not Brickyard, he said. Other ones are parking in this lot. Frontier House is plowing it, and they have a restaurant of their own, and people from other restaurants are parking here. Customers. It's not public parking anymore, it's private parking. My customers come in and tell me, well, we're going to stop by, but there's nowhere to park. That's because there was a funeral or a party across the street or next door. My customers don't have anywhere to park, and it really hurt my business. I think that this might help my business. 444 Center Street also includes Brewed and Bottlecraft Beer Shop, Battle Flag Tavern, and Queen Bee's Cottage. Garfinkel said the building and its tenants are not entitled to any spaces in the parking lot, but Frontier House representatives told me I could use one or two. One plain red and white sign was in place for excuse me noting parking for Sgt. Pepper's. Garfinkel said he offered to share any Sgt. Pepper designation spaces with Fairbanks patrons at night once his store is closed. He said paid parking signs would definitely affect me. If it's good, it's good. If it's bad, it's bad. I don't know what's going to happen. Lee Simonson of the Lewis Citizen Design Committee said, we were grateful to see the village ask that the signs be removed and that they come down the next day. It's obvious the parking contractor just installed standard signs, not realizing the village has a process to obtain approvals, including the application for a certificate or appropriateness of appropriateness. We have offered to provide input to developing the signage that would be compatible with the historical integrity of Frontier House and the village. Needless to say, it's a sensitive issue, and we'll be closely monitoring the situation as it unfolds. Next, excuse me. I'm sorry. Next article is Lewiston Council on the Arts receives $25,000 grant from New York State Council on the Arts. Lewiston Council on the Arts press release. Lewiston Council on the Arts is pleased to announce it's awarded a $25,000 grant from the New York State Council on the Arts. We're so excited and extremely grateful to the New York State Council on the Arts for their generous support, said Maria Fortina Dean, Executive Director of Lewiston Council on the Arts. This grant provides critical funding for the year-long administrative work that happens behind the scenes, work that directly benefits our community by supporting accessible, high-quality arts and cultural programming that brings people together, strengthens the community connections, and enhances our shared quality of life. The mission of the New York State Council on the Arts is to foster and advance the full breadth of New York State's arts, culture, and creativity for all. Executive Director Erica Malin said, during these challenging times, the New York State Council on the Arts has been a stalwart and innovative funder. These grants will serve artists and organizations in every region and county, fueling our economy and serving our communities. We know this support isn't just an investment in the art, it's an investment in New York's future. Congratulations to all our FY 2026 grantees, and I thank you for your perseverance, your creativity, and your tireless service to New York State. In addition to producing nationally recognized Lewiston Art Festival, the Lewiston Council on the Arts presents a year-round schedule of events, classes, lectures, and musical and theatrical performances, providing tens of thousands of residents and visitors opportunity to experience the arts, culture, and history of Western New York. Lewiston Community Lion set for 2026 Earth Day cleanup. Lewiston Community Lion Club press release and photo. The Lewiston Community Lions Club is excited to announce the hosting of its 5th annual Village Cleanup Day and would love to have you join us. The cleanup and community picnic are a great opportunity to come together with your neighbors and help beautify our village and surrounding areas, said the event chairman, Lion Rob Nichols. Volunteers will meet Saturday, April the 25th at the Maryland Tui Park Pavilion behind the Red Brick Municipal Building at 145 North 4th Street. This marks the 5th year our club is proudly sponsoring this community-wide event. Thanks to the dedication and energy of our volunteers, we collect dozens of bags of trash throughout the village and art park last year. This year, we're aiming to even higher with more than 100 volunteers from local organizations and the community expected to participate. Everyone is welcome. Bring your friends and family, your neighbors. The event schedule is 8 a.m. volunteers sign up, morning refreshments. 9 a.m. volunteer instructions, cleanup routes, event group photo. 9:30, let's clean up our village. At 11 a.m., volunteer appreciation hot dog lunch. Get involved or to learn more about the Lewiston Community Lions. Email the Lewiston Community Lions at gmail.com or find us on Facebook at Lewiston Lions. Okay, and then next one is Town Reporter readies for 2026. The board approves appointments, procedural items. And this is staff report. The Porter Town Board set the stage for 2026 with its annual reorganization meeting held in January the 2nd and at the board's first regular session on January the 12th. Both meetings saw a number of resolutions and routine procedural items approved. Among the approvals, January the 2nd, were appointments, the town's holiday and standard workday schedules, official designations, and the naming of town officials to various positions/duties along with their salaries. Actions included Attorney Michael Dow was reappointed for 2026 at a salary of $32,400 with his duties to include serving as town attorney and prosecutor, plus duties on the planning and zoning boards. The town's holiday schedule, this is the second one, includes Monday, January the 19th, Dr. Martin Luther King Day, Monday, February the 16th, President's Day, Friday, April the 3rd, Good Friday, Monday, May the 25th, Memorial Day, Friday, July the 3rd, Independence Day observed, and Monday, September the 7th, Labor Day. Monday, October the 12th, Columbus Day/Indigenous Peoples Day observed. Thursday and Friday, November the 26th and 27th, Thanksgiving Day weekend. Thursday, December the 24th, Christmas Eve, and Friday, December the 25th, Christmas. Then the next thing that was passed was town board meetings will take place at 7 p.m. on the second Mondays of each month, excluding October, at Town Hall. The schedule includes February the 9th, March the 9th, April the 13th, May the 11th, June and 8th, July the 13th, August the 10th, September the 14th, and October the 13th, which is a Tuesday, November the 9th, and December the 7th. Supervisor, this is another one, Supervisor John, quote, Duffy Johnston, has reappointed as the town's budget officer for 2026. Other named were Glenn M. Calvary, Storm Management and Control Officer, the G Consulting and Grant Writing as the town's grant writer on a $675 monthly retainer. Then the financials are as following. The board approved the town's procedural policy for 2026. Key Bank was designated as its official bank, and various officials were authorized for purchases. The town's IRS mileage rate was set at 72.5 cents per mile. It also approved a number of salaries of elected and appointed officials. I don't know if you want to hear all that or not. I think you could call on that. The town board approved new/water adjustments for 2026. Effective January the 1st, water rates are now 0 to 7,000 gallons, $24.85 minimum. 7,000 to 100,000 gallons, $3.55 per thousand, and over 100,000 gallons, $2.80 per thousand, irrigation rate, that is. And then the board set the New York State Parks water rate at 0 to 193 and 240 gallons, minimum charge of $405.80 cents, and from above that, above the 193 and 240,000 gallons, $2.10 per thousand. The Village of Youngstown water rate was set at $2.30 per thousand. The approved sewer rates include the Village of Youngstown, $1.61 per thousand. Fort Niagara State Park, $531 per thousand, and Town of Porter, 0 to 7,000 gallons is $66.92, and over 7,000 gallons is $9.50 per thousand. The town announced the treatment rate to the Town of Lewiston Water Treatment Plant at $3.70 per thousand gallons. Infrastructure costs include the town's lift station upgrade bond at 68 cents per thousand and manhole replacement bond at 63 cents per thousand. All water bills will be charged an additional 10% surcharge to build up the town's water reserve account for anticipated water infrastructure needs. Wrapping up, Town Board approved a number of 2026 contracts as budgeted. Intercommunity Services, 2,500, Industrial Development, 4,000, American Legion, Leo Curtis Post, Ransomville, Maintenance, 2,500, VFW Post 313, Youngstown, 2,500, Niagara Gospel Mission, 1,000, Ransom Rural Retirees, 1,700, Upward Niagara Chamber of Commerce Annual Contract, 7,500, Youngstown Free Library, 72,100, William J. Laughlin Free Library in Ransomville, 72,100, Ransomville Historical Project, 2,000, Old Fort Niagara Association, 5,000, Town of Porter Historical Society Program Maintenance, 2,000, Ransomville County Fair, Ransomville Historical Project, 1,000, Ransomville Lighting of the Wreaths, it's a historical project, 18. 2,000, and Ransomville Business and Professional Association, 1,500, Youngstown Business and Professional Association, 1,500, Ransomville Garden Club, Flowers, 800, Youngstown Garden Club, 800, Niagara Pioneer Soccer League, 500, Wilson Youth Baseball, 500, and Programs for Aging, Ransomville Rural Retirees, 3,000. For more information on the town's various reorganization and approvals, visit www.townofporternewyorkny.gov. Shared Services Update. In news from Town Board's regular meeting held January the 12th, the Board approved a resolution to cease the shared services of the Town of Porter Village of Youngstown Building Inspector and Code Enforcement Officer, effective January the 6th. The motion stated the changes is total agreement between Supervisor Johnstown and Deputy Mayor Richard Stortecki. The village will hire their own building inspector code enforcer as of 2026, Johnson said. The board indicated it would be working with the village on this matter as the transition continues. For more information on Village of Youngstown building and zoning permits, residents should contact the village officer at 716-745-7721. On a related matter, Jeffrey said discussions were continuing the future of the former Rite Aid pharmacy in Youngstown. Quote, "We've had good conversations with the developers. Broadway group that are working to bring Dollar General into the old Rite Aid store in Youngstown, Jerry said. He noted parking issues were under discussion between the Broadway group, the village, and the Giglio interests, current Rite Aid property owners, and adjoining businesses for Lockport Street property vacated by Rite Aid last year. It's all still in the works, and they're moving forward. It's not as smooth or as fast as everybody would like, end quote. Jeffrey said he had no updates on the Rite Aid store in Ransomville or Masonic Temple property in the hamlet, which are also facing future sale. It makes a big impact on the whole area, I can see. Okay. Okay, so opinions. Kushuian, National Blood Donor Month, offers meaningful reminder that health and connection go hand in hand. Guest editorial by Michael Kushuian, Erie County District 3 legislator. I'd like to wish you all a very happy new year. The new year tends to bring a renewed focus on good health, which is not only important on an individual level, but also communally. January is recognized nationwide as National Blood Donor Month, a time to highlight the life-saving importance of donating blood. Winter is traditionally one of the most challenging times to maintain a stable blood supply, as severe weather, busy schedules, and seasonal illness often lead to fewer donations. In Erie County, however, the residents have multiple opportunities to support this critical cause while also improving their own health and strengthening community connections. Blood donation is a simple yet powerful way to contribute to public health. A single donation can save up to 3 lives, supporting patients undergoing surgery, cancer treatment, trauma care, and managing chronic illnesses. Beyond helping others, donating blood also offers personal health benefits. Donors receive basic health screenings, including blood pressure, pulse, and hemoglobin checks, which can help identify potential health concerns early. Erie County partners with organizations such as Connect Life, a nonprofit community blood bank, to host regular blood drives throughout the year. Collect Life collects, processes, and distributes for hospitals throughout western New York, supplying more than 75% of the region's blood needs. All blood donation stays in the region to help local patients in need, from trauma and surgery to those undergoing cancer treatment. Information about ways to contribute, where to donate, along with how to prepare for a donation, can be found on its website, www.connectlife.org. For residents looking to get healthier in the new year, blood donation can be part of a broader wellness mindset. Erie County's Department of Health encourages preventive care, healthy lifestyles, and civic engagement as interconnected goals. Donating blood aligns with those priorities by promoting health awareness while reinforcing the idea that individual actions can have a collective impact. Equally important are the connective offerings that surround the blood donation efforts. Blood drives bring neighbors together, foster volunteerism, and create shared experiences that strengthen community bonds as they rely on local volunteers to help with registration, refreshments, and outreach. For providing additional ways for residents to get involved, even if they're unable to donate. These volunteer opportunities are especially meaningful during the winter months, when social isolation can increase and community engagement becomes even more valuable. Erie County also supports inclusivity in education around blood donation, helping residents understand the eligibility requirements and dispel common myths that may prevent people from donating. By working with trusted community partners, the county helps ensure that donation opportunities are welcoming, safe, and reflective of the diverse population they serve. As Erie County residents set goal for the new year, National Blood Donor Month offers a meaningful reminder that health and connection go hand in hand, whether by donating blood, volunteering in a local drive, or encouraging others to participate. January is an ideal time to make a small step that can have life-saving impact while bringing our community closer together. As always, you are welcome to reach out to my district office at 716-832-0493 for more information about donating blood. Very nice article. And also in this opinions page is In the News. Breast Cancer Network of Western New York to host Sparkle with Hope Gala. Breast Cancer Network, Western New York press release and graphic. I didn't see a graphic, though. There's no graphic that I can see. Anyway, Breast Cancer Network of Western New York, BCN, is proud to announce its inaugural, quote, Sparkle with Hope gala, quote, taking place Thursday, February the 26th at the historic Forbes Theater at 500 Pearl Street, Buffalo. This elegant, semi-formal event aims to celebrate the resilience of breast cancer survivors while raising critical funds to support those currently navigating a diagnosis in the local community. The evening begins at 6 p.m. with a cocktail reception and a stylish WXYZ lounge featuring an open bar, past hors d'oeuvres, and a premier silent auction. Following the reception, guests will move to the Grand Forbes Theater for a gourmet plated dinner and an inspiring program hosted by Kimberly LaRussa of Sweet Buffalo. When you join us for Sparkle with Hope, you aren't just attending a party, said Rob Jones, Executive Director of the Breast Cancer Network of Western New York. You're directly fueling our mission to provide emotional support, educational, and tangible resource like our TLC totes for patients across Western New York. It's a night to ensure no one has to face this journey alone. The program features several high-profile moments, including the highly anticipated Hope for Tomorrow diamond drawing, where one lucky guest will win a stunning 1-carat diamond. I think I'll try that. The night will also honor excellence with the announcement of Treat of Hope Research Award and the presentation of Volunteer of the Year Award. A special mission moment will offer a heartfelt tribute to the strength and courage of local survivors and patients. All proceeds from the event will remain in Western New York to fund BCN's vital wellness programming, support groups, and patient resources. Tickets are priced at $150 per person, which includes the open bar, dinner, and full program. While the attire is semi-formal, attendees are encouraged to add a touch of sparkle to their outfits in honor of the evening's theme. The tickets and sponsorship opportunities are available now through the organization's website, www.bcnwy.org/sparkle. For those unable to attend in person, the silent auction will be open to the online bidding starting 1 week prior to the event. That sounds fun. Next comment in the news, McDonough Cancilla elected to Board of Art Society. Grand Island artists Karen M. McDonough and Michael Cancilla were elected to Buffalo Society of Artists Board of Directors. They will serve a 3-year term. McDonough has a bachelor's in art from SUNY Buffalo State. She's exhibited at Basaglia Castellani Art Gallery, Birchfield Penny Art, and East Aurora Outdoor Fine Art exhibit and sale. She's also exhibited at all BSA Open exhibitions since 2024. She was an originator and co-organizer of Island Art exhibit at Buffalo Launch Club in February of 2024 and 2025. McDonough said she has great respect for this organization and has always been a dream to exhibit with BSA. She's making her dream a reality, she said. Cancilla has been a Grand Island resident for over 40 years. He's past president of the Grand Island Art Society from late 1980s until the mid-1990s. Cancilla is a self-taught, award-winning artist who specializes in realistic art oil paintings. In addition to being on the board of directors of the Buffalo Art Society, he's also on the board for Roy Crofters at Large in East Aurora. Grand Island has a Mahjong group. The Grand Island Mahjong group meets every Wednesday from 6 to 8 at the Grand Island Welcome Center at 1999 Alvin Road. If anyone would like to join this group, they can learn how to play Chinese Mahjong and join the fun. The organizer is John Chin, who can be reached at 973-746-7438 or by mail at uxprofessional@gmail.com. Just show up and learn more about the group. Sounds fun. County Correctional Facility helps beautify Grand Island. You may notice that the beautiful wreaths decorating the various town buildings during the Christmas holidays, they were made by inmates at the Erie County Correctional Facility, ECCF, in Alden. This year, Grand Island received wreaths that were used at Town Hall, Grand Island Library, the Golden Age Center, Recreation Office, Highway Garage, Parks Office, Water Plant, and Wastewater Plant. Retired Town Supervisor Mary Cook and Town Hall Caretaker Jim Leidenfelser traveled to Albany in early December to get the wreaths. The horticultural program allows inmates to learn valuable skills while providing wreaths in December and plants in May to communities that were harmed by their actions. The wreaths and plants cannot be sold. They must be used to beautify municipal property. Shown here in one of the greenhouses at the ECCF with the beautiful wreaths are Erie County's Deputy Nick Hendel and Leinenfelser and Deputy Jason Pulio. Grand Island Library, 1715 Bedell Road. The library reports that due to an anticipated staffing shortage, it will be opening on a temporary schedule from now through January the 31st. Library services are Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 11:30 a.m. to 8 p.m., Friday and Saturday, 9:30 to 5, and Sunday and Monday closed. For more information, call 716-773-7124 or visit www.buffalolib.org. HEAP outreach is available from 10 to 3 Friday, January the 16th. Walk-ins are welcome. Sprouts with Miss Melissa from 11:30 a.m. to noon on Tuesday, January the 20th for ages 0 to 5 with a caregiver. Join in helping your little one learn and grow through music. Registration is required. Local author storyline at 1 p.m. on the 24th of Saturday for ages 4 to 8 with a caregiver. Join Grand Island natives and authors and Alexia and Allison Sino to discuss their book, Family of Secrets. An inviting invitation to body safety for our youngest friends, told in an appropriate and thoughtful manner. The program includes reading, program, crafts, and with the author. Registration is required. That sounds really nice. Okay, so now we are installation of elected officials on Grand Island. In a well-attended ceremony on New Year's Day at the Buffalo Launch Club, 4 town officials took the oath of office while family, friends, and political colleagues cheered them on. Ronan Deal was sworn in as the newest member of the Grand Island Town Board. She previously served for 6 years as assistant to the town supervisor. Jose Garcia was installed for a 4-year term as council member. Garcia was elected November the 5th, 2024 in a special election to fill the board seated vacated when Peter Marston was elected as supervisor. James Sedita was installed as the town's new highway superintendent. He takes over from Dick Crawford, who retired after 8 years in that job. Sedita previously was a supervising mechanic for the town of Tonawanda Highway Department. Longtime Town Justice Mark Frenzel took the oath of office for another 4-year term from his wife, Town Clerk Patty Frenzel. He was served as Town Justice for 20 years. Sedita is sworn in as a Grand Island Highway Superintendent, and with him are Fiegelborn, Sedita's wife, Kimberly, and pictures. So it sounds like they had a good time. Grand Island tax bills mailed out. For more than 22 years, seniors from the Grand Island Golden Age Center have volunteered their time to assist in the preparation of tax bills for the town of Grand Island. Shown here are the members in the event. Betty Lou Camaradella, Jackie Q, Jean Schiegel, Suzanne Miller, and Linda Clark, Kathy Lechner, Liz Wilbur, Grand Island Town Clerk Patty Frenzel, and Lorraine Wilcox. Frenzel reported that the bills are now in the mail and the annual collection has started. Okay. This is Erie County Sheriff's Office report. The following Grand Island response activity occurred Thursday, January the 1st to Wednesday, January the 7th, according to the Erie County Sheriff's Office. ESCO deputies responded to 168 calls for the week of this report. During this period, deputies conducted multiple vehicle traffic stops. Deputies also responded to 3 alarm calls, unspecified, 7 welfare checks, 7 domestic/unknown trouble calls, and handled several first aid calls. The following is a small sampling of the noteworthy incidents on Grand Island. Thursday, January the 1st, Grand Island Boulevard, vehicle traffic stop arrest. Deputies stopped a vehicle for an observed traffic violation and discovered the registration was suspended. The operator was released on multiple traffic summons. Friday, January the 2nd, Bedell Road, warrant served. Deputies arrested a subject on a warrant issued from the town of Tonawanda Police Department. The subject was turned over to North Tonawanda Police Department. Saturday the 3rd, Turnbridge Lane, suspicious vehicle. Complaint states they were being followed by a box truck from I-90 toward their residence. Further investigation revealed the vehicle was delivering a package to a neighbor. That's interesting. Monday, January the 5th, Whitetail Run fraud. Complainant reported they were scammed out of money after booking a hunting trip out of state. Case referred to detectives for investigation. Thursday, January the 6th, Love Road, accident, deer. Deputies responded to a single vehicle accident where the vehicle struck a deer in the roadway. The vehicle remained drivable with minor damages. Well, I wonder what happened to the deer. Let's see. Okay. Parks announced candidacy for Niagara County legislator submitted on behalf of Johnny C. Parks. Recently, Johnny C. Parks, current town of Niagara councilman, announced his plan to run for Niagara County's 5th district legislator's seat, held by longtime legislator Christopher Robbins. I'm looking forward to bringing new ideas and initiative to my hometown of Niagara County. Parks said, I want to continue to keep up the hard work that Chris Robbins has done and keep the district moving forward. A town of Niagara citizen of 14 years, Parks has been a member of the Town of Niagara Council for the last 2 years. Additionally, he has served on the Town of Niagara Advisory Committee and the Town of Niagara Police Reform Committee. Keeping his community safe and in good hands is just one of the many initiatives close to Parks. The Goodyear Tire employee of over 25 years has served on the John Street Community Watch Group and was awarded the Town of Niagara's Helping Hands Award in 2018 for his service to the community. Parks has made it a focal point to provide for youth in the area, always issuing snacks, drinks, and sporting equipment to the attending children of his neighboring John Street Park. On top of Parks' volunteer efforts, he has spent numerous years coaching youth sports and is now a high school basketball and football referee. With the leadership abilities I've shown, it is my goal to be the person that 5th District residents can count on and trust, Parks said. Our area has such unique potential to grow, and it's my goal that together we can achieve greatness. In just 2 years on the Town of Niagara Council, Parks has made efforts to help clean up neighborhoods by removing town eyesores, working on getting town roads paved, and also keeping jobs within the town. As legislator, Parks said his goal is to continue working an entire legislative team to bring more development to the town of Niagara and the city of Niagara Falls. Additionally, Parks noted that the need to improve overall downtown experience around one of the wonders of the world is incredibly important as he moves forward with his endeavors. Parks' experience professionally and voluntarily, along with his leadership, work ethic, and devotion within the town, label him as a bright candidate for Niagara County legislator. It's a lifelong citizen of this area. I've been able to see the ups and downs that our region has gone through over the years, Parks said. As your legislator, your best interests will be my top priority. A vote for Parks will be a spark in the citizens of this district so greatly need and deserve. The primary election for 2026 is slated for Tuesday, June 23rd. Local businessmen and community leader Petrozzi announced run for legislature, submitted on behalf of Russ Bertuzzi. Local businessman, community leader, and Niagara Falls Board of Education member Russ Bertuzzi announced he will run for Niagara County Legislature in this November for the 5th District. The seat is currently held by Chris Robbins, who announced he would not seek election. Petrozzi plans to seek the Republican and conservative lines. I've long been a career in serving this community. I want to continue doing so as a legislator, and I think I can have the significant and positive impact for the people of Niagara Falls and the town of Niagara. Petrozzi said, Chris Robbins is a good friend and has done a great job for our community. I would like to continue that. Petrozzi, pictured as the longtime president of Capital Cleaners, a company founded by his family. The company is long known for its community involvement, in particular Coats for Kids campaign, which it ran each year. Petrozzi has also served on a Niagara Falls Board of Education, having first been elected in 2000. He served on numerous community boards, including the Niagara USA Chamber and Empower Niagara, formerly United Cerebral Palsy Association, Niagara County, and received several awards for his efforts. I love this community, and I have dedicated much of my life to trying to make it better. I want to serve in legislature because local government is about working together and getting things done, not partisanship. Legislator Robbins is a Democrat and I'm a Republican, but we share very similar approaches to the government and its issues. Petrozzi said that if elected, he wants to explore ways to strengthen the ties between the county government and localities in a way that results in equal or better services at lower costs. He also wants to be part of the county's effort on brownfield revitalization to turn former industrial sites back into productive use. As a small businessman, I know firsthand how the affordability crisis impacts the community. And the fact is, we cannot ask people to keep paying more. Petrozzi said, we need to look for new ways to deliver for taxpayers, and we need to grow our tax base. That has to be our focus. United Way, this is another article. United Way selects 15 programs for funding. United Way of Niagara, Greater Niagara, announced a 2026 program funding awards supporting a diverse group of agencies. These agencies reflect United Way's mission to champion youth-focused initiatives that foster positive social, emotional, and mental development. The various, it looks like there are 10 or 15 of them, funded programs include the Aquarium of Niagara Falls, Summer Camp, Boys and Girls Club of North Towns, Camp Spirit, Castellani Art Museum, Arts for Us, Community Missions of Niagara Frontier, Supervised Visitation, EPIC, Every Person Influences Children, Summer Storytime and Family Zimbini, I don't know what that is, Girl Scouts of Western New York, After School in the Niagara County, Keenan Center, Keenan Acres, Leadership Niagara, LYNC, Matt's Music, Music from the Heart, Mental Health Association in Niagara County, PAM, Physical Arts Music, PAM is the acronym. Niagara Falls Boys and Girl Club, 716 United Teen Program, Pinnacle Community Services, Casey House, Youth Shelter, Special Olympics, Western New York Region Program, Youth Mentoring Services called LINKS, LINKS, the YWCA of Niagara Frontier, Carolyn South Youth Enrichment Program. Sounds good. Time for one more article. Let me see what looks good here. Second page. Lockport Cares, Preparing for the Coldest Night of the Year, by Benjamin Joe. The International Homelessness Awareness Event, the coldest night of the year, is coming up February the 28th. Lockport Cares, the one emergency homeless shelter in the city of Lockport, is currently signing up walkers and teams of walkers to experience being homeless in the Western New York winter. Lockport Cares Executive Director, the Reverend Ebony Singletary, spoke about CNOTY at the Homeless Shelters office on Genesee Street. This is the fourth year Lockport Cares has participated in the walk, Singletary's first, having come into the role in October of 2025. The coldest night of the year is a way for us to bring awareness that our guests experience when they are outside our shelter, she said. You can do a 2.5K or a 5K walk through the city of Lockport, mostly down Main Street and East Avenue through the Lock Plaza. Singletary and volunteers are excited to be part of the event. We're excited to bring the community together. We're gearing up with all our teams. Some of our teams we've had last year and some new teams that have signed up this year. Everybody's got a goal. We're trying to make it friendly competition, so we're having a good time. Singletary said that there are approximately 15 walkers and 9 teams signed up so far, but it's still quite early. We're about 50 days out, she said, so there's plenty of time for people to jump in and become part of it. Join a team or start your own team. I would say we're looking for about 150 people to walk with us that night. Singletary said she'd also be talking to local businesses to sponsor the walk. Lockport Cares is a 9-bed independent homeless shelter that does not accept state and federal funds to run its facility. It has helped men, women, and families get back on their feet. Guests may stay up to 15 business days. All the money that we raise will go to support the work we're doing here. Meals, general upkeep of the house, and staff, Singletary said. We have a care manager. Each one of our guests meets with our care manager during their time to help additional resources for housing and employment, health, support, systems, and that kind of thing. Walkers can sign up at cnoty.com to look up Lockport to join the walk, and look up Lockport to join the walk. We want February the 28th to be a big party through Main Street and the city of Lockport to bring awareness to Lockport Cares, to build awareness of our homeless community, and to celebrate the work we're doing. Homeless individuals may call Lockport Cares intake line at 716-939-0926. Currently, the shelter cannot help those escaping violent situation, or those with an active substance abuse condition, or an unmedicated mental health condition. Sounds like it's a staffing issue. You need to have a different kind of staff available for those 3 things. Okay, so Gooch, Goocho, is that right? Provides funding for Project Future furnaces, by Benjamin Joe. Project Future of Western New York, a martial arts studio at 2720 Niagara Falls Boulevard, currently receives some help from Niagara County Legislator Jesse Gooch in regard to the building's furnaces. The building has been in use since the 1990s, and one of the furnaces had to be immediately replaced, according to Martin Drake, the head of the organization, since its founder, Robert Heisner, died. We're just trying to keep Mr. Heisner's legacy alive. That's the main thing. We're trying to upgrade the facilities, and one of the furnaces quit just before studio's Christmas party, Drake said. Gooch was able to dip into his 2025 community partnership funds to pay for that bill and to get funds to replace another furnace that was on its way up. The total cost was $6,700. He kind of saved Christmas, Drake said. It turned out good, and we're just pleased that the community has embraced us, and then especially Jesse Gooch. What a wonderful guy, end quote. Gooch said he was happy to help the organization as he'd befriended Heisner years before. He admired the teachings of the dojo and noted it blended discipline and faith. I was friends with Mr. Heisman, Mr. Gooch said. We became friends several years back. We're both community guys. We both care deeply about the community, and I was really interested in what he was doing over here. It really promotes discipline, accountability, and self-protection. What I really liked about Mr. Heisner was he really did a lot of work with the inner city kids and a lot of troubled kids, and he was able to transform the future for kids who most people would call bad kids, quote, end quote. Future Project is also planning on putting in more insulation inside the building, as well as redoing the floors and carpets. Drake noted that furnaces were installed on time to take advantage of the rebates for cast furnaces. If the studio had waited for a new year, it would have been too late. As in martial arts programs, Drake said the children's program is going strong, but he hopes more adults will join the studio for training. He invited anyone who's interested to check out the organization's website at https://
The following program is intended for listeners who are blind, have low vision,